You've always been loved and lovable, and you're always going to be loved and lovable for the rest of your life. I've been working with a bunch of my collaborators in the community to develop a product of services and some offerings as it relates to forgiveness. And so you're going to see me come online in my contribution for the next 30 days to talk about forgiveness and the important role it plays in getting us free and motivated towards our assignments in life. I want to thank everybody over on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and also Bigo for hanging out today as we talk a bit about today's first topic, or the day one topic, I guess I should say, of forgiveness and empathy. And each day I'm going to be talking about a different component that goes into forgiving ourselves and also forgiving others. I'll riff for about 15 minutes tops, and then we can move on with our days and our lives. But for some of us, we are stuck in even our own past story. It's not really about forgiving other people. It's about us being stuck in our present selves, if that makes sense. Being stuck in not forgiving ourselves as we are, or ourselves for what we came through. And so the more that we can come into forgiving ourselves and forgiving others and forgiving the circumstances of our lives, the better off I feel that we're going to be. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the healing power of forgiveness and empathy. In a world that often seems filled with conflict, resentment, and misunderstandings, forgiveness and empathy serve as powerful forces for healing and transformation. These two virtues are intertwined, offering individuals the opportunity to find peace within themselves and build bridges of understanding with others. Today, we will explore the profound impact of forgiveness and empathy and how it can change our lives and the world around us. Forgiveness is a deeply personal and liberating act that involves letting go of anger, resentment, and the desire for revenge. It's not about condoning or forgetting the wrongs that are committed to us, but rather making a conscious decision to release the emotional burdens and move forward in a sense of peace. Does anybody here want to move forward in peace today? By forgiving others, we free ourselves from negative emotions that hold us back and open ourselves to healing and personal growth. Forgiveness is a journey that requires courage, self-reflection, and a willingness to acknowledge our own vulnerabilities. It can be challenging, especially when the pain runs deep, especially when you're holding on to 20, 10, 5, even 5 days of resentment, and a lack of forgiveness can sink your battleship, especially when the pain runs deep. However, the act of forgiveness is ultimately an act of self-love and self-empowerment. It allows us to reclaim our personal power and to create space for new possibilities in our relationships and lives. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It is an essential aspect of humanity that connects us to one another on a deeper level. When we practice empathy, we step into someone else's shoes, striving to comprehend their experiences, perspectives, and emotions. Through empathy, we bridge the gap between ourselves and others, fostering compassion, understanding, and connection. Now, empathy is not about agreeing with or endorsing someone else's actions or belief, but it's about recognizing the common threads of our shared humanity and acknowledging the complexity of human experiences. It enables us to see beyond our differences and engage in a meaningful dialogue, even with those that we disagree with. Empathy will allow you to be in disagreement with someone but still see their humanity. Empathy builds bridges. It cultivates tolerance and encourages collaborative problem solving. Forgiveness and empathy brings us into a symbiotic relationship. They're closely intertwined, each complementing and reinforcing the other. When we practice forgiveness, we tap into our capacity for empathy, seeking to understand the motivations and struggles of those who have caused us pain. Likewise, empathy enables forgiveness by helping us appreciate the factors that might have influenced someone's actions or decisions. And by extending empathy to others, we can find the strength to forgive and embrace the transformative power of understanding and understanding. Some of the benefits for individuals and society when we cultivate more forgiveness and empathy is that these values promote emotional well-being, it reduces stress and anxiety, and it also fosters stronger and more fulfilling relationships. We're able, using forgiveness and empathy, to break free from cycles of negativity, resentment, conflict. We're able to enable our personal growth, tap into resilience, and have a greater sense of inner peace. On a broader scale, forgiveness and empathy have the potential to heal societal divisions, promote social harmony, and cultivate a culture of compassion and acceptance. They create the conditions, forgiveness and empathy, for dialogue, reconciliation, and the resolution of conflicts. We're able to foster a more inclusive and equitable world. By practicing forgiveness and empathy in our daily lives, we become a catalyst for positive change, and we inspire people with our forgiveness and empathy to follow suit. In a world that often seems divided and fraught with so much tension, forgiveness and empathy offers us a way forward. Forgiveness and empathy empowers us to transcend our differences, heal wounds, and build bridges of understanding. As individuals, we have the power to cultivate forgiveness and empathy within ourselves and to spread that transformative influence throughout our communities. By embracing forgiveness and empathy, we can create a more compassionate and harmonious world for ourselves and future generations. I'm going to take a moment now in our 30-day forgiveness challenge to ask you, how does forgiveness and empathy walk hand in hand for you? How does empathy allow you to forgive more, to love more, to give more? In today's share, we understand that our ability to see things through the lens of another, to essentially place ourselves in someone else's shoes, to try to see things from their point of view, is so essential to walking in forgiveness. Sometimes the empathy that we need to have, as I started today, is for ourselves. Being able to see ourselves as perfect, whole, and complete exactly as we are. And so we're able to tap into a deeper level of forgiveness, kindness, and compassion for ourselves. When we put ourselves into the shoes of another, we may see that the grass may not be as green on the other side as we thought, and that our friends and our family and our community are longing for help, love, and support. So yeah, that's day one of my 30-day forgiveness challenge. It's part of a larger ecosystem of programming around empathy that you're going to be, around forgiveness and empathy that you're going to be hearing about very, very soon. But day one is all about how empathy is infused into our forgiveness. If there's someone that you are longing to forgive today, or someone that you're needing to forgive today, I would encourage you to place yourself in their shoes, to try to see things from their point of view. I wonder if they're feeling sad. I wonder if they're feeling lonely. I wonder if they're anxious about their lives and their circumstances. I wonder if they are feeling 100% in their body temple. Sometimes people are simply acting out in life because they're not hydrated. You know what? I forgive them because they responded to me in this way or that way when they were hungry. Maybe they were angry. Maybe they were lonely or tired and they just couldn't give they couldn't give their best to us because they were just simply not well. And so we're able to offer an empathetic forgiveness to people because we're all doing the best that we can in this life, this very distracted, overwhelming waterfall of thoughts kind of existence. So anyway, that's day one of the 30-day forgiveness challenge that I'm offering from Love City Island. I hope that if you are heavy today in resentment of someone else, just remember that resentments are something that we carry with us. For every person that you resent in this life, or for every person that you don't have forgiveness for, you just basically put them on your shoulders. And if you're walking across the river of life or crossing over the stream of life, you don't want all of these people and these resentments on your shoulders. You never ever put down a person that you've not forgiven. They're always there, in the shower, on the toilet, in so many ways. Hey, sister girl, Mr. Girl, all the things. So remember that if you are harboring on to the bad things that have happened to you, or the bad things that someone or some place or some event or some school or some institution or some church, if you're holding on to these things that they've done to you, it may be an opportunity to say, yo, I forgive you because I understand that life is hard for us all. I forgive you for the grievance that I have inside myself about you. Sometimes it's our parents, siblings, ex-lovers. There's some people that have a hard time letting go. But an empathetic heart and saying, yo, I forgive you because you weren't even fully cooked yet in that moment. And I can forgive myself because I wasn't fully cooked yet in that moment. And when I say not fully cooked yet, I'm meaning the eggs were still runny in my life or in a certain area of my life. I wasn't truly actualized. I hadn't learned the lesson. And they hadn't learned the lesson. So they were just acting out of pain and all they knew. And I forgive that in others. And most importantly, I forgive that in myself. And if there's anything that I can release you into the weekend with, it would be an empathy and forgiveness, gentleness and compassion towards yourself. If you give that to yourself, your weekend will be lighter. I promise you. If you offer empathy, self-forgiveness, compassion, and gentleness to yourself, life will become lighter. Any questions, cries of outrage, concerns? All right, we'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be talking in the forgiveness challenge about forgiveness as it relates to compassion. So for those of you who will be back the next few days, today was empathy as it relates to forgiveness. Tomorrow is going to be compassion and forgiveness, or how compassion influences forgiveness. The day after that will be acceptance, and the following day will be willingness as it relates to forgiveness. 30 days of forgiveness. If you're looking to tap into a community and family of love and belonging, where we remind each other every day that we are loved and lovable, I'll invite you into the community. So many people are in pain through social isolation and loneliness right now. We have all of the technology and all of the devices, but we still sometimes feel alone in our experience. And so this work that we're doing together is just going to strengthen all of us individually and collectively. And so until tomorrow, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be free of all suffering. And may love hold you today and every day in its big, 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 big hands. As above, so below. As above, so below. As above, so below. Thanks so much, folks. I literally got it 16 minutes and 58 seconds.